Welcome back to our Friday Zone of Potential Quick Zaps. I'm your host, Coach Corinne, and I must confess that this is not Friday. This is Monday morning, and I felt a sense of responsibility for making this video and getting it out to everybody. And the funny part is that this week's topic is on responsibility. So before we go into the topic itself, just a quick reminder that this will be posted not only on YouTube, but you'll have access to it from my website, zoneofpotential.com, to YouTube, along with all the other videos. And then if you have any topics, by all means, send them to me. I'll either craft something up, or if you have something that you want to get out, we'll talk about how we do that together. Because that's my responsibility through the website, right? Here we go with responsibility. So there's three areas that I want to talk about with responsibility. And I'm talking kind of fast because there's a lot of information to get out there. And I'm trying to do this within 5 minutes. So here goes. Yourself, the 3 areas: yourself, others, and then your stuff. In terms of yourself, you are responsible for your emotions. You are responsible for your health, your wealth, your schooling. You are to include the amount of efforts you put into your schooling. You're responsible for your schedule. You are responsible for your behaviors based on your intent. So that's what you are responsible for. So if you are and your state, let's say your state of mind, that was another one that I wanted to make sure that I put in there too. So if you think that you can't do something, it's your responsibility to go out and change your thought process. And if you're stuck, get help, right? Change your thought process to I can do that if it's something that you really, really want. In terms of your emotions, if you are hitting a road rage thing, so somebody else is pissed off and they're reflecting that on you, and you hit it in kind, you know what the outcome normally is. And it's just anger. So as far as that's concerned, you're responsible for your anger, and then your behavior that happens. What's the intent? If you just kicked back and didn't butt up against that anger, what would that do to the situation? So, that's just one of many of the situations. You're also responsible for you in dealing with others. So as you deal with others, if you have a good rapport with people and you understand what they like or they don't like, then it's your responsibility to change your behaviors. Don't change you. You're still going to be the same kind, loving, sweet person that you always were. Change your behaviors to meet the situation, to meet the outcome that you want. If you want the person happy, if you want them fulfilled, whatever the case may be, it's what you bring to the table that you're responsible for. You're not responsible for their emotions. You're not responsible for their emotions. They are responsible for their emotions. But the intent that you bring in terms of what your behaviors are and how you respond, that's what you're responsible for. So in terms of others, you're also responsible for those who are dependent on you, those being children, those being your pets, those being your elderly parents, what have you. There's a whole bunch of others that may be relying on you. And so you're responsible to them. To what degree? And what does that mean for you? That's totally up to you. And what you want is an outcome from each one of those. So for your kids, right? The law says you're responsible for food, shelter, all that, well-being, so on and so forth. You're also responsible for getting them educated, etc. And in terms of you, what do you find you're responsible for? If you are going through a divorce, or you're going through, separating from your partner, and then you feel like you need to overcompensate. I'm responsible now for being the mom, the dad, the aunt, the uncle, the friends, the this, the that. Where are you in that? So that's, think about your relationship with others and what's your sense of responsibility to that relationship to get what you need. Some people need a little more attention, some don't. Where do you fall into place? Some people love to be doted on, some don't. So it depends on what it is that the person wants. And then your stuff. If you have a whole lot of stuff, you have a whole lot of responsibility with that whole lot of stuff. The more you let go of stuff, the less responsibility that you have to take care of it, that you have to store it, that you have to move it, that you even have to look at it and to dust around it. That doesn't mean don't have stuff. That means, what is it? What sense of responsibility? What amount of responsibility do you want to have in terms of what you own? So I'll give you an example. Every time I purge the closet and I get rid of clothing, it's almost liberating because I don't have to worry about even wondering if I'm going to wear that again. So my sense of responsibility for wearing that, and how simple it sounds, right? But it's so true. It's so true. I mean, I do what I can to take care of it, so on and so forth, and maintain it so I don't have to buy more. But eventually, you know, inevitably we buy more. Not a whole bunch more, I don't. But when I do, then, you know, I have to get rid of, I found a sense of responsibility to get rid of other stuff so I don't have all that pile of stuff on me. And I had to learn that. That was a learned mindset. I'm not going to do without. There will always be stuff there. Stuff will always exist. So how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself in terms of responsibility to yourself? Are you making excuses or blaming others? To others? Are you just bringing whatever it is and not taking responsibility for your behaviors? And then your stuff. Are you just buying more and more and more and more and having to maintain more and more and more and more? So think about that as you navigate through this week and see where your focus is. You might just surprise yourself. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I had a great workout this morning, so still coach in coach's clothes. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye for now.